Hello, good to see you. My name's Tony, FMDNA, back for another tactic testing video. 4-2-4, Brazilian Storm. Looks very, very good. But before we get into it, if you can like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, I would truly, really appreciate it. A like does go a long way. Someone got in contact with me, asking me if I can test out their tactic, and that's what we do on this channel. We test out people's tactic. So if you've got a tactic you want me to test out, please get in contact with me. Right. If you want to download this tactic, it will be in the description below. The link for this will be. But if you can't download it for any reason, follow what I'm going to show you now. So what do we have? We have a sweeper keeper on support. And there's going to be add-on instructions, so you might need to pause it. And then on the left-hand side, we've got an inverted wing-back attack. We've got a ball playing defend. Another ball playing defend. Inverted wing-back attack on the right-hand side. Central midfielder on support. A box-to-box on support. On the left-hand side, we have a winger support. And I'm loving the fact it's got a cross from the byline, cross and aim at near post. You don't see that very often. Actually, I don't think I've seen that for quite a while. A winger attack, winger support on the right-hand side. Let's get it right. Same sort of thing. Cross from the byline, cross and aim at near post. Excellent. We've got an advanced forward attack. Another advanced forward attack. It's a Brazilian Storm style, tactical style. Mentality positive. In possession, what do we have? Attack and width fairly wide. Play out defence, pass and directness much shorter, tempo much higher, time wasted never, low crosses, work the ball into the box, run out defence, be more expressive. In transition, what do we have? Counter press, counter, distribute to fullbacks and throw it long. Out of possession, we have use offside trap, much higher line of engagement, higher defensive line, defensive whip standard, trigger press much more often, and prevent short goal kick distribution. That's your lot. You should have paused that because I go too fast. I know I go too fast, but like I say, you can pause it when need be. Right, what do? We choose 3 teams: Man City, West Ham, and Norwich. Season preview the 1st, 10th, and 20th. Then we leave the assistant man in charge. He has to play this tactic, and we add up the points and put it into our little fun tactic test and league table at the end. Yeah, it's all about the fun. Let's get straight to Man City's results. So like we always do, we're kicking off on Man City's competition screen, and they won the Community Shield, meaning they beat Leicester. They got knocked out of the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, but it does get better against Liverpool. We did win the FA Cup, beat Liverpool 3-2, which is fantastic. We come runner-up in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, losing 3-0, which is not great, but they got to the final. 94 points in the league, 63 goal difference. We won the Premier League. We take a closer look. Like I say, 94 points, 63 goal difference. We lost 4 games. 5-0 against Arsenal, I can see there. Drew 4, and we won 30 out of 38. Kevin De Bruyne is the top goal scorer with 22 goals. He must have been playing up front. Phil Foden with 18. Jesus with 14. I think that's your lot. Average rating wise, we've got quite a few guys on it. Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne with some real good average ratings. Even Sterling down there in 20th position with a 7.22, a good season. Assist wise, Sterling, Kyle Walker, 14 and 11 on the right hand side there. Clean sheets, we're in joint 4th place with 11 clean sheets. Liverpool with 22 clean sheets. Still not enough to win the league. Yellow cards wise, is it a dirty tactic? Not too bad. We've got 5 guys on there. Maybe that's too many, but we'll see with the other teams. Most points per game. We've got a 2.47, which is a good points tally. Most goals, 111. Most shots for, 848. Fewer shots against. We're in 2nd place with 382. Best pass completion, we're in 7th place with 90%. We have got much shorter passing, so 90% is good. Possession, yeah, this is what we're going to see. 56%, very, very good in 2nd place. Most tackles, 688. Most dribbles won. Most dribbles made even, 550. Most clean sheets, we're in 8th place with 11. Fewest conceded, we're in 5th place with 48. If we take a look at the schedule, see how it started. Like I said, we knew we beat Leicester 3-2, beat Liverpool 2-1, beat Tottenham 3-2. So it started off great. Olympiacos 6-1 in the Champions League group. That looked like, oh my goodness me, I hate when it does this. What group was it? I need to go back and check it now. Group C. Let's do it. Group C. There we go. How did it do? Drew 1 against Olympiacos. I thought it was going to be Juve. 16 points. Goldens of 15. And they had 1 draw against Olympiacos. Juve coming in 2nd place with 10 points. Right, let's get through that because I'm making too many mistakes and it's annoying me. Newcastle 2-1, losing against Man United, which is, as a Man City fan, you don't really want to see it. And losing against Brighton 2-0 as well. But there are some good wins. Burnley 5-0, Juve 2-0. We keep on going down. 5-1 against West Ham, 2-0 against Leicester, and there's that 5-0 thrashing. I was expecting someone to be sent off, but there's not. But still a great tactic, still loads of points. 1-0 against Tottenham, Champions League, first round, 3-3, then beating Porto in the second leg 5-2, beating Man United in the FA Cup 5th round. We did lose against Liverpool here, got our own back on Arsenal, beating them 4-0, trying to skip through as quickly as possible, beating Butter, they did have someone sent off. This is a crazy game. So I'm just trying to work this out. Champions League quarterfinal. Okay, so Barcelona won 6-2 away from home. Then we won 8-0. We won 8-0 at home. But it took, so we must have won 6-2 and then went to extra time. We scored 2 goals in extra time. But it's too hard to work out. It's just too many goals. Beat Wolves 3-1, the FA Cup semi-final. Beat Atletico Madrid 5-1. Then lost against them 2-1, but we already done enough. Beat Liverpool in the final of the FA Cup 3-2. Who scored the goals? Grealish, Morris and Cole Palmer. I love a bit of Cole Palmer. It's great. 7-3 against Wolves. And a disappointing 3-0 loss against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. I think that's been a success. Great tactic. A very, very good tactic. 94 points. Goal difference 63. Only losing 4 games. Just don't think about Arsenal winning 5-0. Right. That is it with Man City. Now let's check out West Ham. So this is West Ham's best 11 without restrictions at the start of the season. I always like to show this off. This is, you can see the sort of team the assistant manager will be playing and what positions they'll be playing. So we get a feel how well they're doing. I mean, Antonio and Vlasic up front. Sometimes when I've done these tactic testers, they put Bowen up front and he scores a lot of goals. So if they play Vlasic up front, I'll be very interested to see how many goals he scores and Antonio. Maybe that's a perfect partnership. Don't normally see it. Right, enough talking. Let's get to the results. So West Ham's had a bit of an unlucky season. I'm going to call it an unlucky season because they come runner-up in the Carabao Cup. Who'd they play in the final? Man City losing 1-0. Tough. Got knocked out of the 4th round of the FA Cup. Tough. Got knocked out there against PSV in the Europa League. Maybe because should have beaten PSV. They're a good team, but when we finished second in the league, I think West Ham are a very good team. And it's just tactics done really, really well. Points there of 83. A goal difference of 66. I'm sure that's a better goal difference than Man City that we just tested. They lost 7, they drew 5, they won 26 out of 38, finished runner-up in the Premier League. That is phenomenal. Really, really good. Goals-wise, what do we have? Antonio with 19, Bowen with 19, Vlasic with 16. So did they change it up? Did they play Bowen up front? I'll try and check that out to see. Average rating-wise, Antonio, and again, good. Normally it's Creswell. I know he does really well. 7.46, which is fantastic, but I'm so happy that someone else has beat him. Antonio with a 7.57. So the strikers doing phenomenal. Zuma with 7.4. Jared Bowen with 7.40. Great. There's a load of guys on there from West Ham, which is really, really good. Assist-wise as well. Bowen there with 13. Benrahma with 12. Clean sheets, what do we have? What do we have? We're in 16th place with 6. It's not about keeping clean sheets. It's just about scoring more goals than the opposition. That's what it's always been about. Yellow cards, we have got a few, but I don't think it's too bad. Team overall view, what do we have? Most points per game. We're in 2nd place, so we've got a 2.18 with West Ham. Fantastic. 119 goals. This is a good tactic. Most shots for 2nd place, 702. Fewer shots against. We're in 8th place with 476. Best pass completion, no. Most possession, we're just moving on. Most tackles won, we're top with 749. Most dribbles won, we're first with 477. Most clean sheets, fewest conceded, we are joint 7th with 53. If we take a look at the schedule, see how well it started. 2-0 against Leicester, 4-2 against Crystal Palace, point against Spurs. We look at Europa League Group G. Group G, please. There you go. Points tally of 10. 2nd place. We struggled. Frankfurt, Monaco, Dynamo. I don't even know how you said it. We'll just leave it. Just Dynamo. Minus 24. They lost 2. They lose both against Monaco. Point against Frankfurt. Yeah. It's not the best group. But the league-wise, they've done absolutely phenomenal. Beating Chelsea in the Carabao Cup 4th round. 9-0 against the team, Dynamo. A point against Liverpool. A point against Arsenal. We're just going to go 6-1 against Watford. Quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. 3-0 win against Spurs. 4-0 against Southampton. Some really, really good results. Beating Brighton in the Carabao Cup semi-final. 6-1 against Southampton. 2-0 against Man United. 3-2 against Chelsea. Some really... 8-0 against Crystal Palace. Some really, really, really good results. Rangers 6-0. Let's have a see. Did they play Bowen up front in some of these games? Because I imagine they did. They did play Bowen up front. Bowen and Antonio up front. That's where he was getting his goals from. Script all the way down to the end of it. Maybe they could have even won this Premier League. That's the final against Man City. They had someone sent off as well. They could have won that. Could have won that final. Ruined it. Ruined it for me. Beating Spurs at the end of the season. Burnley. Leeds. Let's just check it. Vlasic and Reece. Did Vlasic play up front this time? Let's check it out. Bowen and Vlasic. So Antonio must have been injured or something. So a very, very good tactic. And a load of goals as well. Like I say, Antonio with 19, Bowen with 19, and Vlasic with 16. So they were swapping up the strike force, and it worked really well, scoring a hell of a lot of goals. Right, this is looking good. All we need now is Norwich, which is always the iffy one. If they can do well, this is definitely going to be in the top 20. Let's check out Norwich. So just like the other two, we're checking out Norwich's best 11 at the start of the season without restrictions. A very good looking team. I'm sure Pukki and Dye's can score a lot of goals. Let's get to it. So here we go then. I can already see Norwich are so unlucky not to play European football. 8th place with 61 points, but we'll get to that. They got knocked out in the second round of the Carabao Cup against Wolves. They got knocked out of the 4th round of the FA Cup against Southampton. And if we take a look at the Premier League, 61 points. Goldham's a 3, sorry. Lost 15. I'm disappointed for it. I thought this tactic is so good. Drew 4, 119. I can always see this here. Adair scoring 22 goals. Fantastic. And Pukki with 18. So the strikers, Josh Sargent 14. Your goals are coming from the strikers. It's what you want. It's what you want. Average ratings, what do we have? Adair with a 7.45. And then Billy Gilmore with a 7.23 right at the bottom. Really good. Billy Gilmore with 15 assists. Clean sheets, what do we have? I'm not expecting many. 5. Joint 16th place. It's not about the clean sheets. Like I said, it's about scoring. We've got a fair few yellow cards. It's about scoring more goals than the opposition. Let's get straight to the team overall view. 7th place with 1.61. Most goals. 4th place with 80. Most shots for. We're in 3rd place with 633. Fewest shots against. We're not on there. Best pass completion. Most possession. We're in 5th place with 52%. Most tackles won, 2nd with 705. Most dribbles made, we are top with 517. Most clean sheets, fewest conceded, straight to the schedule, out at its start. 2-1 win against West Ham, and then it went downhill. 5-2 loss against Southampton, loss against Wolves, big loss against Man United, Leicester, Brentford. But then a great run in October. Beating Newcastle, Wolves, Tottenham, Leeds. Fantastic. Let's skip through some of these. Not bad. January's not bad. Skip through. It's not bad. It's not bad. Considering their season previous to finish 10th and finishing 8th in the league is not bad. 4-2 win against Man United. So there are some really good results. Beating Everton, Villa, Watford, Leeds. There is some good results there. Point against Brentford. Brentford are really good. Whenever I play them in my saves, they always seem to nick a point. Right, that is it. I think it's definitely going to be in the top 20, but whereabouts? Well, let's find out. So Brazilian Storm 4-2-4 comes in number 6 spot. They won 75, drew 13, lost 26, a goal difference of 132, a points tally of 238. Not only does it get into the top 20, it gets into the top 10. It gets in at 6th place, which is fantastic. 238 points. A great tactic. Definitely one to try out. Like I say, it will be in the description below. But that is it. Yeah, a really good tactic. If you like a little bit of Let's Play, I do have a Liverpool rebuild, the Twilight Zone going on. I'd love to have a video there on that series. Got some tips and trips. I always say tips and trips. Tips and tricks. Hopefully I've got it all for you. And I'll see you again for another video. I'll see you then.